The next statement, the member for York Centre.
Speaker, I was born and spent the first 9 years of my life in communist Soviet Union. So when I allege that the government is engaging in conduct one would expect from the communist regime, I don't do so lightly. But judge for yourself.
You're gonna withdraw.
Withdraw. Former Chief of Staff Dean French tried to appoint his son's friend and wife's cousin to lucrative positions abroad for which they weren't qualified. That's textbook communism. The government forced private businesses to hang a sticker containing political speech at their place of business. That's communism. The government tried to put itself above the law by giving itself absolute immunity from litigation with the Crown Liability Proceedings Act. That's communism. With Bill 218, the government rewrote negligence law applicable to long-term care homes in the middle of a trial, making it impossible for families to get closure and justice. That's communism. The government invoked the notwithstanding clause, the nuclear option, to overrule a court decision for the first time in Ontario's history. And over what? Over elections legislation that helps the government get re-elected. That's communism. And now the government continues its assault on democracy with yet another extension of the emergency orders. Speaker, the imposition of emergency orders without a declaration of a state of emergency is to be expected of communist regimes. Like the Beatles song goes, back in the USSR.
You know, everything we're seeing is a shallow version of communist control. We have the White House and big tech fact checkers attempting to define what is true and false, and a government yearning for power like that is not a good one no matter what side you're on. The information they are censoring is exactly what you need to know. But now we've got more mask mandates even for the vaccinated, and we've got more lockdowns because the pro-choice party literally just means pro-control. And as long as they see people complying, they will continue to push. It's almost like, how far can we take this before people start to revolt? And then you want to sit there and say that I'm risking your health as you promote free McDonald's and chug energy drinks and smoke so many cigarettes it ages to 20 years. You want to talk about health? Start by banning people smoking in the streets so we don't have to breathe in their cancer. And you know what? Maybe I'll put on a mask when Joe decides to close the border, but you will not force me to do anything. I'm not responsible for your health. Eat healthy, exercise, or stay home. It's not my job to restrict my life for you or your grandpa. My freedom is not selfish, but you trying to dictate it is. And your fears should not be hindering my rights. If I'm not sick, I'm not staying home.
One day, in those early 1930s, you can read an inscription on the benches. Jews must not sit on these benches. You could say, it's unpleasant, it's not fair, it's not right. But after all, there are so many benches around. You can sit somewhere else. Of course you can. There was a swimming pool, and over its door an inscription read, Jews are forbidden to enter. You could say, well, pleasant this is not, but there are so many places in Berlin where you can take a bath or swim, so many lakes, canals, it's nearly like Venice. At the same time, you can read somewhere else, Jews must not belong to German singing associations. So what? All right, they want to sing, they want to make music. Let them just meet somewhere else, they will do their singing. All right. What comes up later is an order, really. More of an order than of an inscription. Non-Aryan children must not play with Aryan children, with the German children. All right, they'll play on their own. And then you read, we only sell bread and food to Jews after 5 p.m. Right, less choice, this makes your life harder. But after all, after 5 p.m. you can still do your shopping. And that's how it is done, step by step, slowly. And they become acquainted with that thought, familiar with the idea that they are different people, that they are alien people, that they are the people that carry germs, that cause pandemics. And this now is a horror. What came later was something that developed immediately. Jews could not get jobs, they could not emigrate. And then, quickly, Jews would be sent to ghettos, to Kaunas, to Riga, to my ghetto. Auschwitz did not fall suddenly from the skies. It was pittering-pattering in all those tiny steps. It was approaching until what happened here behind me did happen.